Good morning students. So today we will continue our second chapter, the Northern Mountains. So in this chapter today we will study about climate, vegetation, wildlife and the importance of Northern Mountains. So let's start with the climate. The Northern Mountains have a major effect on the climate of our country. Northern Mountains have a major effect on the climate of our country. The Northern Mountains forms a barrier for the monsoon winds, and that monsoon winds causes a heavy rainfall in the northern plain. That's why also the northern plain is the fertile area and have good agriculture production. Now we will study about the Himalaya ranges, that what is the climate of all the three ranges. So first is the Greater Himalayas, that is known as the Himadri, Middle Himalaya known as the Himachal, Shivalik, that is known as the Outer Himalaya. So first the Greater Himalayas. The Greater Himalaya is the northernmost mountain range of the Himalayas that contains highest peaks of the world, and these peaks are always covered with snow. Throughout the year they covered with snow. So the regions that include in this mountain range faces extremely cold weather. During the winter season, the temperature goes to the freezing point in these areas. Second, the Middle Himalayas. The Middle Himalayas have a summer temperature of around 17 degrees Celsius. So in the summer, the Middle Himalayas have the temperature around 17 degrees Celsius. So people all through the world visit to the valleys and hill stations of this range. Why? To enjoy the pleasant weather of this area. The Shivaliks are at the height of 1250 meters above sea level. So the Shivalik ranges are not as high as the Middle Himalayas or the Greater Himalayas. So they are not too much cold like the Middle Himalayas or the Greater Himalayas, but get heavy rainfall. Now the vegetation of the northern mountains. There is a sparse vegetation in the Greater Himalayas. As you know, the Greater Himalaya is covered with the snow, so only thinly vegetation found there like shrubs, mosses, lichens and wild flowers. Now the next, the vegetation of Middle Himalayas consists of pine, oak, walnut, fir, etc. So these trees found in the Middle Himalayas. This region has many orchards of apples, plums, peaches, pears, cherries and almonds. As we have already studied that this region has some fertile valleys, and in that fertile valleys orchards are grown there. So the orchards of apples, plums, peaches, pears, cherries and almonds are grown there. Some crops and vegetables are also grown in that valley. The forest area of the Terai region of the Outer Himalayas. The Outer Himalayas means the Shivalik mountains or the Shivalik range. Now what is the meaning of Terai? Terai means the foothills of the mountains. So the forest area of the foothills of the Outer Himalayas have been cleared to grow crops. So the foothill area of the Shivalik range have been cleared to grow some crops, and that farming is known as the terrace farming, in that the slopes of the mountains cleared and after that the crops are grown there. So these are the crops that grown: rice, sugarcane, wheat. The vegetation of this area consists of kikar, sal, teak and babul. So these are the vegetations that are found in this Shivalik range. Now the wildlife of the northern mountains. So there are the different varieties of the wildlife in all the three ranges. So first, the Greater Himalayas. The Greater Himalayas have yaks, goats, snow leopards, musk deer and wild sheep. The wildlife of the Middle Himalayas. So the Middle Himalayan range have tigers, leopards, and many variety of deers. Next, the forest in the outer Himalayan range. In the Shivalik range, there are elephants, tigers, and jackals. So, this is the wildlife that is found in the northern mountains. There are many wildlife sanctuaries and national parks in the northern mountains, like the Jim Corbett National Park, the Rajaji National Park. These are the wildlife sanctuaries and national parks in the northern mountains. Now the importance of northern mountains, that how the northern mountains are important to us. They act as a natural barrier protecting our borders. The Himalaya mountain range, it is the natural barrier that protecting our borders, that protecting our country from the neighboring countries like Nepal, China, Bhutan. So it separate our country, it divide our country, or it separating our country from the other countries, and also it create a barrier that protecting our borders or protecting to our country from the enemies. They prevent the cold winds of northern Asia from entering our country. The high range of the Himalayas, or the highest range of the Himalayas, it also protects us from the cold winds of northern Asia from entering the country. So these Himalayas, they also create a barrier and protect us from the cold winds of the northern Asia, so that it not enter in our country. The forests provide us with timber, medicines, and other useful things. The forest of the middle Himalayas, Shivalik Himalayas, they provide us with many useful things like the timber, good medicines, and many other useful things that we get from the forest. Rivers originating in these mountains help us in generating electricity by constructing dams. So the rivers that originate from the glaciers of the greater Himalaya range, these mountains not only give us water but also help us in generating electricity by constructing dams on these rivers. As you know that the rivers that originate from the glaciers like Ganga, Yamuna, that originate from the glaciers Gangotri and Yamunotri, these rivers flow throughout the year. These are the perennial rivers that flow throughout the years because these rivers get water from the glaciers. And as you know that the highest peaks of the greater Himalayas are always covered with the snow. So slowly the ice melt and the river get water from that glaciers. Yes, beta, let's discuss all the important points of the chapter, the northern mountains. The northern mountains include the Himalayas, Karakoram range, and Purvanchal hill ranges. So these three mountain ranges comprises the northern mountains. Himalaya means the abode of snow. That means the home of snow. The Himalayas comprises of three parallel ranges, and that three parallel ranges are the greater Himalaya, the middle Himalayas, and the outer Himalayas. The world's highest peak, Mount Everest, is in the greater Himalayas. Mount Everest, that is the highest peak in the world, that is in the greater Himalayas. And K2, Mount Godwin Austen, the second highest peak, that is in the Karakoram range. The greater Himalayas are known as Himadri. The middle Himalayas are known as Himachal. The outer Himalayas are known as Shivalik. The Himalayas protect our borders. The Himalayas, they protect our borders from the neighboring countries. It has lots of valleys which attract tourists from all over the world. So our northern mountains, it has lots of valleys which attract the tourists from all over the world. The valleys have the pleasant weather, so people go there in the summer season and enjoy the pleasant weather. Yes, students, so there is the book exercise of the chapter The Northern Mountains. So first, choose the correct option. So the first one is, the dash mountain range is a part of the Northern Mountains. So I have not written all the options. In your book there are the options, but I am writing only the correct answer. So which mountain range is a part of the Northern Mountain? That is Karakoram. So there is not much enough space. I am writing here. Karakoram mountain range is a part of the Northern Mountains. Second, a row of mountains is called a range. A range. A row of mountains is called a range. Dash is the highest peak in the world. That is Mount Everest. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Dash is a famous hill station of the middle Himalayan range. That is Manali. Manali is a famous hill station of the middle Himalayan range. The foothills of the outer Himalayas is known as Terai. Yes, so Terais are the foothills of the outer Himalaya range. Now here are the true or false. Mount Godwin Austen is the second largest peak in the world. So this is true. Mount Everest is the highest peak and Mount Godwin Austen is the second highest peak. The word Himalaya means abode of water. So it is false because the word Himalaya means abode of snow. Abode of ice or abode of snow. So it is false. Third, the middle Himalaya range is also known as the Himachal. It is true. The greater Himalaya is known as Himadri. The middle Himalaya is known as Himachal. And the Shivalik range is also known as the outer Himalaya. Zojila is an important pass in Himalayas. So it is true. Yes, it is the important pass in the Himalayas. And the last is, the word La means valley. It is false because the word La means pass, not valley. Now the next exercise is match the columns, column A and column B. So now we will match column A with column B. Middle Himalayas. So the middle Himalayas we will match with Himachal because the middle Himalayas are known as Himachal. So we will not match, we will write only numbers. So middle Himalayas, Himachal. Second, outer Himalayas. Outer Himalayas are known as Shivalik. So that is number 2. K2, the second highest peak in the world, it is known as Mount Godwin Austen. Fourth, Bachendri Pal. So this we will match with the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest. Next, terrace farming. Terrace farming, the type of farming done on the slopes of the mountains. The mountain slopes of the Himalaya range are cleared to grow crops, and that type of farming is known as terrace farming. After that, here is the next exercise, think and write. So first one, the highest motorable road in the world. So which is the highest motorable road? That is Khardangla. Khardungla is the highest motorable road in the world. Second, the highest peak in the world. The highest peak in the world is Mount Everest. Next, River Ganga originates from glacier Gangotri. River Ganga originates from Gangotri and River Yamuna originates from Yamunotri. A hill station in the middle Himalayan range. There are so many hill stations in the middle Himalayan range. So you can write any. Here I am write Shimla. But you write anything. Kulu, Manali, Mussoorie. So these are the hill stations that are in the middle Himalaya range. And the next is another name of Greater Himalaya. So the another name of Greater Himalaya is Himadri. The Greater Himalaya is known as Himadri. The Middle Himalaya is known as Himachal. And the third range Shivalik, that is also known as the Outer Himalaya. So we have done all the book exercise except questions. So you have to fill this book exercise in your book by using only pencil. So in neat and clean handwriting, beta, fill ups, match the following, true, false, and think and write. This you have to do in your book. Revise the book exercise, and in the next video we will continue the question answers of this chapter. Read this chapter properly first and then try to fill your own book exercise. If you are not able to try to fill your own, then push the video and by looking the video fill this book exercise. Thank you.